Hello, and welcome back to Vidhammer, going through another summary report for our fifth mission, going through the Ruinous Crypt on this one. It's got some different monster types, and it's another crypt mission, so it's good for the long-term goals for both Vimm and Spud. For the city encounter, Vimm was able to grab a vase before it got smashed, so we got a little bit of gold for that one. Out on the road, we encountered a trade caravan that had been ravaged by vermlings, and we helped them out. We consume one of our items, but we gain a little bit of reputation out of it, so it's worth it. For short-term goals, the Vimm has the one where you have to open a door, and Spud has the one where you need enemies on the board at the start of each turn. Those aren't too difficult, should be able to pull them off in the encounter. For the actual scenario, they both start out disarmed, but they're in a room that has some traps, and there are some living spirits out there, and they have some decent push and pull mechanics, so they should be able to at least get some trap damage out for this for the first couple of turns, even though they can't do an attack in the first round. Unfortunately, the first turn, both of the cultists summon living bones on the first round when we can't do anything about it except kind of get set up for what we are going to do. I have Vimm go ahead and pull out the spare ammunition now to set things up for later turns. Going to the next round, we're able to do some good damage and hit the night demons really hard. Since they're the hardest hitting ones, trying to get rid of them first was nice. The downside is, of course, the cultists summoned living bones again. This was really, really not nice, but we are able to finish off the night demons, and with the extra ammunition from Vimm, we take out one of the cultists as well. The living bones don't do very much. They kind of have one turn where they just sit and buff themselves up and stuff like that. Buys us a little bit of time, which is nice. Next round, Vimm goes ahead and does his attack ranged attack where you hit somebody and it damages the enemies next to them. And with the spare ammunition, that means he gets to do this twice. That worked out really well. Ended up killing off one of the living bones and doing a good amount of damage to the others. So much so that when we go into the next turn, Vimm is able to run up to the top and hit the last cultist there, blow him up, and in the explosion, it actually kills off the living bones that was sitting next to him. So it got us down to just one living bones, and Spud needs to have something on the board at the start of every turn. So in the next turn, he actually goes down and hits the door and comes back and hits that last remaining living bones to kill it off. That at least gets us through the first room full of mobs. And since Spud had pulled back enough, the frost demons aren't close enough to get the attacks off. So we're looking pretty decent for the next part, and we'll see if we can clear out these last remaining rooms. So Spud pulls the closer frost demon into the trap, does some trap damage to it, and gets another attack on it, but doesn't end up killing it off. We get some poison on there and everything. And then the elite living bones runs way past it. I really misanticipated its movement. Moves all the way up and gets an attack on Spud and Vimm. And with the other frost demons there, realizing that Spud's probably going to take a good amount of damage, Vimm comes down and takes out that wounded frost demon, which is nice. It gets another monster kill for Vimm's long-term goal. And then we put some damage on the frost demon. Vimm's able to come up and do the push where you knock the person into the obstacle and it takes some more extra damage and stuff like that. But then we focus on the elite living bones, try to kill it off and move ourselves to the other side of the room to get ready to open the other door. And I have everything set up for Spud to open the door, and then I forgot that Vimm is the one who needs to open a door, and Spud already opened the other one. So Spud just ends up taking a long rest there, and then Vimm does the same thing that Spud did, kind of open the door and step back to bring the flame demons out, while Spud goes and finishes off the frost demon. We get into some dicey stuff with the Flame Demons since they've got that 3 shield, but I have Spud burn the card where you do 2 attack plus X, where X is twice the shield value. So that card is like an attack of 8 and kills off the first Frost Demon. And in the movement, it kills off the first Flame Demon, and in the movement, Spud's able to poison the other one, which allows Vimm to come up and get a really good shot on the other Flame Demon and get it killed off. So Vimm picks up 2 extra monster kills on that one. We've got the last remaining elite living bones there, and Vimm is down to just a very small amount of health. Ends up losing some cards due to taking health because when he first opened the door, the Flame Demons came out. He only had 3 health, and the shots that they were taking were doing 3 damage. So he actually had to discard 1 card from his hand and 2 from the discard to negate the damage on that turn. So he doesn't have very many cards left. And he starts going towards the treasure chest in this room, and I'm thinking, like, for one turn, I'm like, hey, I can run Spud down to the other end because he's got, like, the movement cards to try to tag the treasure chest. And then, like, after the first turn of doing this, I look at the cards and I realize he's not going to make it because he's going to have to discard movement cards to keep his damaging cards to be able to actually kill the living bones. And the living bones might heal himself too, which would cause problems. We just didn't have enough cards left. So, like, after one turn of trying that, I just turned Spud around, had him come back and do his attack, and he already had the card out where he's doing extra damage if they're away from allies. So 1 shot was enough to take out the final living bones just after Spud grabs the extra gold from that chest, but we didn't get the other one. Left a lot of coins on the board and everything, but we still got ourselves a success in the Ruinous Crypt, another Crypt mission down, and a couple more monsters for Vimm. So this was a good one. A success is always nice. Got this one in the bag, and we'll get ready for the next one.